Yo, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to be breaking down a match I had against the best player on UFC 5, period. He's one of the best for sure. I consider him to be the best. I actually consider him to be the best on the previous game, UFC 4-2, and a lot of people have that opinion. A lot of high level players have that same opinion as me. So I'm going to play this for you guys now. Play that. Also got the chat playing so you guys can see what people were reacting to during the match. So this was in a league called PrimeTimeMMA, and he's the Xbox champion, I'm the PlayStation champion, so it's a crossover event. I was challenging him, I've gone over to the Xbox side to challenge him. And if you guys know Fadanator, he comes forward, heavy pressure fighter, I expected it, and, I kind of rely on my counters and my head movement to sort of counter that sort of style. My game plan was to retaliate a lot, make sure I throw a lot, not just letting him punch away at my block and pick away. I want to make sure that I'm trading almost, if that makes sense. Dustin Poirier was a good pick. I feel like he's really good at pocket fighting. I feel like Conor McGregor has really long arms, so I went for Dustin. He went for Conor McGregor. That jab hook lands. Like when I land shots like that, I know I'm doing well. See that? I'm using head movement, but I'm not trying to counter straight away until I'm certain I know I will land the counter. Fadanator is really good at using head movement after you try to pull slip, So I know that I blocked that body shot, which is good. He likes to go down low every now and then. He also likes to start his combos off with a jab and straight. So I'm really trying to slip it. Landed a good uppercut there. Caught his teep. And I'm pushing him back, and I'm letting him break out naturally, because that will drain his stamina. If you guys don't know, that's a little tip for you guys. But you can see, he's always trying to jab or straight. And if he does start throwing hooks, right, I will try duck it. That's what I'm really good at. I'm good at ducking hooks when they're coming at me, and I'm good at slipping straights. But yeah, I've got a slight stamina advantage. You can't really tell just yet. Because I'm slipping a lot of his shots, he's losing stamina. By the way, guys, he's the champion in the ESFL, which is like the main league for these games. But the comp isn't too great there. I feel like Primetime, the league this was set in, has much better competition. A lot of good players are banned from the ESFL, including me, man. But I do wish to try and get back in there. I've been competing in Primetime for years, guys, ever since like 2020. You don't have to be a really good player to compete in this league, by the way. I'll explain at the end of the video how to get into these leagues. And I used to be like Div 13 competing in these leagues just for fun. I felt like it gives you a better buzz and it makes you nervous in a way when you compete in them. You've got like commentators watching and, a lot of people watching the live stream and shit. Like it's quite nerve-wracking. Lands a good overhand there. Notice how we're not throwing wild shit like head kicks and stuff. It's too risky. You never want to bottle a game throwing something like that. But yeah, let me try to talk about the game more. So the round ends, and as a professional, I don't like skipping the round. I like it playing out just so the commentators can talk, and I like showing the stats to them. Yeah, that's what was going through my head. I remember thinking that during the fight, yeah, let the replays play out a little. But yeah, notice how I don't go for the fake love touch, because I know Fadanator knows I go for it, and if I throw it, he's going to counter it. So I'm just touching glove like a normal person. Because he's throwing wild combos. See that? I slipped his jab. I ducked his hooks. And I've got a really good style to beat Fadanator's, because he loves taking the initiative. He likes throwing first, and I like throwing counter-strike, so alright. You see he's not too comfortable coming forward now, as you can tell here. Like, he wants me to come towards him, that's why he's taking a few steps back. But instantly, guys, he's teeped me to push me back here again. Catches me with an uppercut. Does he get the drop? No, he doesn't. Okay. Good read, because I do keep ducking, so that uppercut is always available there for him, but I did notice that I was trying to slip a little bit more. Double hooks me there. And then he went for an uppercut. You notice that? He went for 2 hooks, right? And he was probably thinking, okay, Naz is probably going to try duck. And then he went for an uppercut. You know that? High IQ shit. I thought we were going to trade there, but no. He actually got the better end of the stick there. Jab hook combo lands. And I drop him. Tried to land a few cheeky shots there as he was getting up. That overhand should have done more damage. I remember landing that. I thought it did like 2% damage. And I landed it clean on his jaw. But guys, notice whenever we get in a pull head movement war, he always pulls back, and that's one of the reads I actually made against him in this game. My block's getting low, so I'm getting real concerned, man. His block health is a lot higher than mine, but the head health is pretty equal, pretty the same. And I've got, there you go, good slip counter from me. I'm really good at doing that, so he's got to be careful, man. That was good. He did a back step, which, you know, evaded my hook, and then he countered with a hook. And notice he went straight for a knee to the head. That's smart, because if I were to try punch him back in that situation, his knee would have landed and he would have knocked me out right there. But watch this, guys. In a second, something will happen. He's thrown a lot. He really wants to land a good punch. There it is. That's the read I was on about, guys. Whenever we get in a pull war exchange, right, he always likes to move his head back. So that straight landed there quite nice. And it kind of popped his nose open there. You know, close round, I landed more stuns. He landed 2 knockdowns compared to my 1. And it's a competitive match. I knew we were going to have a competitive match, because it's like my style was made to counter his in a way. And his style was made to counter mine too, I can't lie. But let's go. I don't do the fake glove touch there, notice. I do think about it every time, but you get to rock again. I've got low head health, so I'm in trouble here, man. My nose is broken, that's why I got the red lungs thing. I don't know what it means though. I think your stamina regenerates slowly, or you're like more vulnerable to like stuns and shit. I think someone tried to explain it to me once. Good duck count from me, and good head movement from him. To be fair, like a lot of people in that situation will just bubble head spam, but he knows what he's doing. If he sees me throw a hook, he knows an uppercut will come next, so he slips. And if he sees me throw an uppercut, he knows a hook's going to come next, so he ducks it. Like, it's just understanding those little small fundamentals hurts me. I did the same thing. Like, he throws a hook, so I slip. That should have hurt me. That was a good counter. But pull straight counter, dropped him into the ground and pound. Beautiful, man. Let's watch that sequence again. I need to go back. But the chat erupts. Watch the look how badly the chat erupts. I will go back in a second to watch the replay. But man, I got the job done. That's probably one of my best wins ever. But, that comes under players. I've beat like players like Suave Jamie, Blake Tyler in the competitive scene on the previous game, UFC 4. I'm pretty sure this was definitely my best win. And yeah, for sure, I'm not gonna have a good win like this in a long time, because you know, Fadanator really, truly is a really good opponent. And damn, I was getting so many messages. People know how big of a win this was. So a lot of people were like congratulating me, telling me like, Naz, that's probably the biggest win you're ever going to get. And especially because of what was on the line. You know, he had his belt on the line. And I was coming over from PlayStation. So in his head, he's thinking, mate, I can't disappoint my console and lose to Naz you know? Do you know what I mean? A PlayStation player becoming champ on their side, but I am going to go back here, guys, to watch this last sort of sequence. This is called like the firefight, where you both have low health, so every punch that lands matters in this situation, and you've got to be really careful. Like, see how his hook landed, it stunned me. Your adrenaline's like on the top of the roof. That punch should have done more damage, I can't lie. But there it is. I went for hooks, and you know what's funny, guys? I've played Fadanator before in the spar, and I remember studying my ground and pound sequence that actually worked against him, because I know these players have patterns on how they defend ground and pound, and it was the same position, knee on belly, just like that. And I knew if I threw a few hooks, he would stick his arm out and I could land a straight. I've got the clip somewhere on my Xbox, because I clipped the knockout I got on him, and I was looking at the ground and pound sequence, and I studied. Okay, I need to throw a few hooks on his block and then throw a straight to finish him off. I've done the exact same thing there. So that kind of, you know, doing that sort of research came in clutch. Yeah, guys, let me show you guys how to join PrimeTime. All right, cool, guys. If you guys want to compete in PrimeTime MMA, the league I've been competing in now for 3 years, super high comp, but it doesn't matter if you're a bad player or a good player. You know, you'll match someone on your own level. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, they've got PlayStation and an Xbox channel. So you sign up for PlayStation with your gamer tag, where you're from. And same with Xbox. If you're on Xbox, if you've got both consoles, then you can play on both. And then if you've got a match, you go to announcements like this, and then there'll be 2 channels. If you're new, they'll put you on the unaired card first, where you've got to fight someone, and then send a screenshot or a clip of the result to one of the admins, and then it still goes towards your record. And if you win a few of those, then you get featured on the live card. And you know, this is what the live cards look like. You might see a few names you recognize here. Actually, zoom in to here. You know, like this was last week's where I fought Muay Thai, who I think is top 10 on PlayStation at the moment. I've seen him on the leaderboards. I beat him. He was super boring. He was just running. I can't lie. And then the week after, I fought Fadanator. This was the crossover event. You know, it was a really good card actually. There was a lot of crossover fights where they did PlayStation versus Xbox. Like you can see here, Driz, who was an Xbox player, came over to PlayStation to fight Gangster. Pretty sure Driz won. If you guys know AKA Dave, he's the guy who constantly stream snipes me. He went over to Xbox to fight Trixie and beat him. It was a brilliant fight, man. It was a really good card that was, man, if you guys haven't watched it. But yeah, guys, check PrimeTime out, sign up. And yeah, guys, that's it for this video. If you did like it, guys, make sure you drop a like, subscribe for more content. Let me know if you guys want me to break down some of my future league fights like this. If you like this kind of like high-level competitive content, then let me know. I'll drop it. I like to drop, you know, a variety of different types of content on my channel. You know, whether it be like funny videos, competitive, breakdown videos, whatever. Yeah, guys, see you guys in the next one. Peace.